It's that time of year. Yes, friends, I gotta be careful. I don't know what we can even sing on YouTube, but look at what time of year it is. It is time for the Christmas decorations. At least in my house, we got the great big bin of Christmas stuff up. So let me pause the camera, put you on the tripod, and we will talk all about what we're doing today. Hi, and welcome to my creative castle. If you're new to my channel, hi, my name is May. I love yarn, I love to knit and crochet. Those are my hobbies, and I also happen to have been born visually impaired, legally blind, and completely colorblind. So I mostly knit and crochet by feel. Well, today I made a video for my Mondays with May where we're knitting on the blanket, and I think we're so close to done. But I had a little talk with y'all, and in case you missed that video, I'm just gonna do a quick recap. I am not totally blind, but I'm too blind to drive, and so I'm not going anywhere for the holiday. And my daddy's 89, my mom's in her 70s. She's, he's in a walker. She's pretty limited with her mobility. So they're gonna come up to see me for Thanksgiving, which means I gotta clean, I gotta prep, I gotta do stuff in the house to get ready to host, to have company for a few days. So that means we're tearing apart the stitching station, because that's their room where we sit and knit and crochet, y'all. And also, like I said in that video, where I live in Washington State, by December, in another month from now, you guys, it's not even 2 o'clock in the afternoon yet. And this is what we got for daylight. It's cloudy, it's overcast, it's dark, it's rainy, it's windy. You're probably gonna hear some wind, okay? It's very, very windy where I live today. We got like a 20-mile-an-hour wind, and that's not uncommon for us. So it could be snowing, it could be dark by the time they get here, it could be freezing rain, it can be icy, it's very foggy here. So I've told my parents for the last several years, I do not want my elderly parents on the road in December. So what that means is that when they come up here for Thanksgiving, if I want sort of any opportunity to have like Christmas with my family, then guess what? I have to like decorate and put up the tree, put up all the Christmas stuff before they get here, so we can kind of have a sense of Christmas at Thanksgiving. It's kind of what we do. I have one sibling, she lives on the East Coast. She does not come home for either holiday. She doesn't like to deal with the flights, delayed flights, storms, weather, overbooked flights. We don't blame her. We don't want that for her. So we will call her on the phone and talk as a family. But that means that I do all of my Christmas shopping ahead of time. Now, of course, I shop on the internet, right? Because I don't drive, and if you don't know yet, I live kind of like, miles from even a bus stop. So today we're going to be putting up the tree for Christmas, right? We're going to be decorating. We're going to be doing stuff. This is where I put my tree. I just have a small tree. It's just me. So I'm going to start out with one of my little handy crochet dishcloths, right? We're going to wipe off our table here. So anyways, though, if I shop on the internet, because I live a few miles even from a bus stop, so I really do most of my shopping on the internet. Now, of course, I could order stuff. I could have it sent directly to them, but it's still kind of fun for us as a family, right, to wrap up our gifts for everybody, making kind of that special touch. So if I want to do that, that means I have to have all of my shopping done pre-Thanksgiving and, give them those gifts while they're here and send them home with them to their house. So I do that, and then I also wrap up my gifts for my sister, and then when they mail her a package from where they live, like the UPS store or something, they'll take my gifts and they'll send them across the country as well. So I said in my Mondays with May video, just feeling around here to make sure I'm getting all the dust and whatever off of this table so we can put up our tree, because the tree is going to be here for a while. I love Christmas. I confess, you guys, I am like okay with putting my Christmas tree up before Thanksgiving and leaving it until January. Okay, I love Christmas, so I'm good with that. And by the way, if it bothers you at all that I'm doing this before Thanksgiving, you can always come back and hang out with me after Thanksgiving, right? And maybe you just need a little inspo to get you started on your Christmas decorating. So I did a Mondays with May video, and I was like, I don't know how much I'm gonna be with y'all this week. I don't know. And then I was like, because you're gonna be cleaning and you're gonna be decorating. But what do I say in my Whip Wednesday videos? I'm like, what are we doing together? Are we stitching? Are we sewing? Are we crocheting? Are we knitting? Are we crafting? What are we doing? And I even say, are we cleaning? Are we organizing? So today I was like, well, we could do, I'm gonna confess to you guys, I don't yet, I'm doing this a little bit ahead of time. I said I'm pre-recording my Mondays with May video, and let's see, I said that I don't know if we're going to have a Whip Wednesday video. I don't know if we're going to have anything for Tuesday or not. You might not see me till Saturday, but I know not everybody celebrates Thanksgiving. Not everybody, some people aren't going anywhere because they aren't able to, they're disabled, whatever. People have all kinds of reasons, and so I was like, some people might want some company. They might want to hang out with me while I decorate. So I'll be the first to tell you, clean, do all the things. I was like, you know what? They might want to hang out with me. So I was like, I don't know, and I'll be honest with you, I don't know yet if I'm gonna post this video for Whip Wednesday, or maybe Tackle It Tuesday. Y'all, what about Tackle It Tuesday? I don't know how many of you watch it. If you're stitchers, if you're yarn lovers. Look at this. We got some mini tinsel. I bought this off the Amazon. A big old package of mini tinsel. So cute. What are we going to do with this? We're going to tape it up here. We think, I did this last year. I don't totally remember how I did it. True confession time. I don't know how I did this last year. But I did it somehow. So we're going to tape up our little garland here somehow to the bar top. We're just using some clear Scotch tape. We're going to use this for our Christmas, our crochet. How many of you on my channel are stitchers? You're knitters and you're crocheters, right? We craft, and what do we love to do? We love to make all of this adorable, like, Christmas ornaments, right? We love to make little crochet Christmas ornaments. We love to do that. Well, then what do we do with them? Especially if you're me and you have a tiny tabletop style Christmas tree. Or maybe I got my Christmas tree when I was in an apartment. I did not have much room. And so I just had a tiny, tiny tree, right? And so I was like, well, I just kept with that tree. So now that I've been into knitting and crocheting little ornaments, I was like, what am I going to do with them? Right? I started crocheting last year, made all these little ornaments, and I was like, we got to hang that stuff up. So I got this brilliant idea to use some mini garland, right? We'll talk about these ornaments probably if I start something Saturday in December, but that's later in the week. So I was like, what am I going to do? And so I decided to hang up this little mini garland so that we could hang up all of our crochet and knit Christmas trees. And I know that since some of you all are crafters like me, a lot of you probably have these little mini ornaments hanging around your house. And you're like, even if you put up a tree, maybe your tree's pretty full. If you're a crafter, you might have a lot of these. It's possible, people, you've got kids and family. You might have kids and grandkids that aren't that interested in, say, doing a large crochet project with you, right? They're not really interested in making a dishcloth, learning to crochet, the commitment that it takes to make a blanket. But maybe they'll sit down with you with a crochet hook and be interested in learning, like, just the basics of crochet, and maybe you can talk them into learning just like how to make, a little crochet star or something for the tree, or any kind of homemade ornaments. If you got kids in school, guess what? They might be. I don't know if kids are even allowed to do Christmas stuff in school anymore or not. When I grew up, I'm a child of the 80s and the 90s, okay? I'm a Gen Xer. So when I grew up, we still did Christmas stuff in public school. We still did Christmas concerts. We still sang Christmas songs. We still did Christmas plays. We still did Christmas ornaments. All things Christmas still happen in public school. And I'll be the first to tell you, I got no idea anymore if that's something that, you know, kids are able to do or not. So I don't know, but chances are your kids somewhere or your grandkids or somebody are making some Christmas ornaments. And so if your tree is full or you just want to display them elsewhere, give them a special place, this is kind of fun. Get that little tab on that piece of tape. Yeah, we don't need to hang that up. So this is kind of a fun extra way if your tree is full, or maybe you don't have a tree because you're living in a tiny place, or you just want to put their homemade stuff in a fun little place, then these little mini garlands are kind of a fun way to do it. And then you just, you know, get like the little hooks, or you can even use paper clips, y'all, seriously. You can use paper clips and bend them all up and use them to hang up your, oops, I lost my tape. Oh my goodness, y'all. Whew. Okay, so that's what I'm going to be doing today, and I just wanted to put this out for you. I think this is called like mini garland or mini tinsel or something like this off of Amazon. And I bought a package that has your typical Christmas colors, right? So it's got your, you know, your red, your green, your, I think, silver and gold, right? And of course we got all, like this is, you guys remember this? This is a placemat. It's a free YouTube tutorial by Krista over at Bag O Day. And you saw this on a Finisher Friday on my channel. I used the Premier Yarn Home Cotton in cranberry and white. And I did a whole review on Premier Home Cotton. And I was honest with you, I do find it splitty. I do. And I love, love, love this pattern. But for my table, I have a small table. It's only my mom and dad and I, and then, you know, my sister comes home once a year. It's her for the 4 of us, but she won't be here. But with the 4 of us, my little table is crowded. So I love this placemat, but it's pretty large for my little table, even for 3 of us. So I'll probably use it for a centerpiece. We'll probably put one of this in the center of the table. Or what I was thinking is, what did I talk to you guys about on the, I lost my tape, on the Knit Picks and We Crochet, the big sale, right? They just had a big sale. And one of the things that I showed y'all that I thought was one of the best finds of the sale was they had that animation. It's a DK weight, 100% mercerized cotton. And I said, look at this. Look at that, I still got my pink baskets up here, y'all. These are my Easter baskets that I made, and I put them up on the bar top, and I was like, I probably should put those away and get out the green ones, because I made some green, some sparkly green Christmas baskets. Love them. With the Plymouth Yarn Encore Stars. I got that yarn off of Webs, and it's a nice yarn for baskets. It really is. And so this is my Easter basket that I did in the pink. This is the Plymouth Encore Stars with the pink and sparkly. Look at that. How fun is that? So probably we'll put that away though before Christmas. Probably, maybe. We don't know, right? We might end up with a pink basket out for Christmas. We don't know. Probably should get the green ones out just because they're a little bit more Christmassy. But we are just, I was talking about the animation. That's right. One of my favorite finds from that sale was the animation, a 100% mercerized cotton DK weight yarn in the color Douglas fir, that beautiful dark green. And I was like, this is such a good find, right? And so I was kind of thinking about reusing that tutorial from Crystal, and we might talk about this on Start Something Saturday. What do you think about that? Using that DK weight in the Douglas fir and the white and the animation. The Douglas fir was $1.79 a skein on that sale. And so a DK, this is a worsted weight, right? So if we did it in a DK, it would be smaller, which is what I need for my table for even 3 placemats. So that is most definitely on my mind. Don't know if I will get that done during the week of Thanksgiving, during the week where we are, crafting together. I don't know if I'll get it. I don't know if I'll get it done this year. I'd like to get it done this year. Okay, I would like to get it done this year. Look at these are my first attempts at amigurumi. They're pretty bad. I don't even know if you've seen these on the channel. They're so bad. Okay, these little chicks are from Jada and Stitches. They're pretty cute too. But they're probably going to get put away. I don't know. Maybe not though. Maybe we'll have Christmas chicks. We don't know. But I don't know. That's just a fact. But anyway, I don't know if I'll get those green. I could do those in the green and white, those placemats, and we could have them for Christmas. I'd love to get them done for Thanksgiving, but with everything else that I have going on with my family, right? Everything that's happening with the fam, and all the cleaning and the decorating. I still have to do my gift wrapping. I have a lot to do. So that is what is on my agenda for now. So I don't know if you're going to see this yet. Beyond Mondays with May, I don't know. Looking at this. Last year I got it all the way to the end, you guys. It's possible that I got my loops. I got a little bit loopy with my loops. I got my loops just a little bit bigger this year than I did last year, because last year this made it all the way to the end. And I might have those loops a little bit bigger than I need or want. So we might have to pause and readjust our loops just a little bit and see if I can make them a little bit smaller so that I can make my garland go all the way to the end. Not that it's necessary, right? It doesn't have to go all the way around to both sides, but if you make your loops smaller, then you can have more loops. And you can hang up more ornaments, and that's, for me, that's kind of the goal, because I like making little crochet ornaments. So I might have to readjust this just a little bit. So I might put, I don't even know if you guys can see me, that's just a fact. I don't know what y'all can see over there. So I might pause the camera and readjust this just a little bit. And then we will take a look at some of the ornaments. Love it, love it, love it. I would so love to put some Christmas music on so we could dance around, really get in the mood for Christmas. But YouTube copyright strike stuff, don't know what we're allowed to play and not. So, but then we will talk about all of these adorable, adorable Christmas ornaments, decorating. Look at this, look at this. This is our Christmas stocking. This is your Lion brand wool ease, thick and quick in the color Celebration. Love that color, white with the sparkle. I never like to run out of that. I buy that a lot because I don't ever like to run out of it. The Cabernet is the red. That's a discontinued color. Super sad face, right? They have a cranberry, a beautiful dark red, but it is not sparkly. So I did make this with y'all on camera. We did the top single crochets together for Christmas in July. Love, love, love this. And before I pause the camera to readjust, look what else. Look what else is in the box, you guys. We got to start wrapping our Christmas presents, like I said. So what do we got? We got some snow people. Love it. Love it. I'm a big Frosty the Snowman fan. I'm 47. I still watch the animated Frosty the Snowman. I still sing really loud, and I still sing bumpity thump thump, right? I do all that. So got me some snowmen. And look what else. Look what else. Look what else. We have Grinch wrapping paper for my family. We got the Grinch. I'm trying to think who else is on here, you guys. I can't see that well, so I know we got the Grinch. He might be carving a turkey. We got the Grinch's dog, whom of course I love. If you're a returning viewer, you know I have 3 German Shepherd guide dogs. So of course we are definitely dog people over here. So we love that the Grinch has a dog. We got Santa. Santa is here, of course. We got an angel. I don't know what else we got in here. We got some Christmas ornaments so we can decorate our tree together. Let's see. We got some more Grinch paper. Okay. You guys know why I love the Grinch? Besides that I'm just a big kid and love Christmas and love the Grinch and love all the things. I don't know how many of you watch all my videos and pay attention, but I went to college for 10 years and I got a master's and a doctorate degree in psychology. And psychology is about, it's about the process of change, right? We go to a therapist when things aren't working in our life anymore. Usually, there's all kinds of reasons why people go to therapy, but usually it's because they're stuck, things aren't working, they got old patterns that aren't working out for them. And so people go to therapy with the goal to change, and it could be as simple as changing their sleep schedule, changing their routines. It could be changing the way they engage in relationships. It could be stopping substance abuses. It could be trying to be more active. It could be dealing with their anxiety, but it's about change, right? And so something that I love about the Grinch, a lot of people say, Grinch, bah humbug, you're a Grinch, you don't like Christmas, and you're stingy, bah humbug. Well, to me, the Grinch is about the power of change, because in the end, the Grinch changes, right? Obviously he has a change of heart, right? Because his heart is 2 sizes too small, and he has a change of heart in a movie, but I think that we can all have a change. It's never too late, okay? Even if it's Christmas Eve, it's never too late to change for us. And so as somebody who's worked in mental health, I really believe in the ability that we can change. We can become better. We can change our patterns. We can think differently. That's what I spent my career doing, was helping people change. And so to me, I love this. This is what I spent, my career doing. Look at that. He's got the tree. I know that might be when he's stealing the tree. I don't know, because, we do know that the Grinch steals Christmas trees. So I'll be the first to tell you, I don't know if he's stealing a tree there or if he's bringing one back. We don't know. But I love the Grinch as somebody who does mental health and has truly seen and helped people on their journey of change, okay? I have been there to witness the journey of change of so many people in my office. I've been there right along with them. And so I'm a big believer that people can change. And so that's why I love the Grinch. I know some people think it's silly that I love the Grinch. I know some people make fun of it. I know some people are like, no, Grinch is all about bug, hot, bah, humbug, and it's the Christmas haters and all of that. So, but I cleared off my dining room table because it is time, y'all. It is time for me, even though it's not even Thanksgiving yet. What do we got here? We got some Santa, yay! We love Santa here too. We love chubby bearded guys here. We're a fan of chubby bearded guys here. Okay, it's all right. So it's all good. We got Santa here. So we gotta get out the wrapping paper. I know it's premature for some of you. I know. But I have to do it before, so I have to sit down. So my dining room table is completely, I don't even know what all I have in here for gift wrap, you guys. I can't even tell what this is. I can't tell what that is. My dining room table is completely cleared off so that I can sit down and start wrapping the prezzies. So we got some gear. I think we got, ooh, this is pretty, you guys. We got the reindeer flying with Santa. Love it. And it's shiny. Is anybody surprised that I have shiny, sparkly wrapping paper? Anybody surprised that I have Grinch and Frosty and shiny paper? That there's nothing really grown up about, maybe except my pepper, my swirly pepper, but there's nothing really grown up about my wrapping paper. So I'm gonna go put this on the dining room table behind you, where I'm gonna sit down later on and start my Christmas wrapping. Oh my goodness, we had a runaway Grinch. Is anybody surprised by that? Okay, so I'm gonna pause the camera and maybe fix my loops a little bit. I think they're too big. And then we'll start hanging up some Christmas ornaments. Okay, well, I readjusted my loops a little bit. I think they're still a little bit too big because it doesn't quite make it all the way around. But I think we're gonna go with it. One of the reasons, besides the fact that you want it to go all the way around, is that these little Christmas ornaments, by the time you hang them up, they get kind of heavy, and so they are gonna hang for sure. It's gonna pull this garland down. Some of your tape might, you have to really tape it good. Some of your tape might break, but I think I'm gonna call it good for now. We'll see. I might readjust it yet again, but stop to have a coffee break. Glad the camera was off. I dropped my tape. There might have been some words that came out of my mouth. So, what's in the cup? Did you bring your beverage to the Christmas decorating party? We got some Starbucks caramel latte in my cup. And that's all, nothing else. This is a BYOB. You gotta bring your own beverage. Sorry, I can't provide one for you. Got my little crochet coaster from a coffee. So we're gonna set that back down over here so we don't spill it. If I don't keep that, if I put that over there where I'm working, I'm just telling you, a spill is likely. So I completely want that in another space. I could easily bump that into something. So we don't want that to happen. So we're going to start playing with some of these Christmas ornaments. I was new to crocheting. Last year when I started crocheting, I was super new. Didn't really know, I wasn't even crocheting properly, y'all, until, I don't know when. But I didn't know that you went only under the top 2 loops. I was going under all 3 loops. My Christmas baskets that I made for my entire family, I was crocheting under all 3 loops. Didn't know that. So a bunch of my stuff I was making in my early crochet days. A lot of those are not even made properly. I can't remember all the places where I got some of my ornaments, got these cute little stars and stuff. We're just gonna start hanging them up. I'll be the first to I know I got some of mine from Krista at the Secret Yarnery. She has tutorials for the stars. What's this? What is this? This is a tree. Do not remember where. It's white, I believe. Let's say in that case there's anybody else who's visually impaired who's watching. I don't remember all the colors of all these. I think that star was red. I don't remember where I got all my Krista and Jada and Stitches does a lot of ornaments. And Crystal at Bag O' Day does some ornaments. Jada and Stitches does Christmas stuff. Creative Grandma does Christmas stuff. Claire over in Australia, she has Christmas stuff. I think this is Krista's star from Krista at the Secret Yarn. I think is where I got some of these. Some of these I actually did. Look at this. Look, this is a sparkly green I was talking about. This is your Plymouth Encore stars in the dark. Isn't that a beautiful dark green? That is so perfect for Christmas. Did this little tree. Don't remember if I got this. A couple of my trees I just made up myself. You know, I was just sitting there watching TV and playing with my yarn and made up myself. Some of them I got from tutorials. Cannot remember honestly. You know me, I don't usually take notes when I play with my yarn. I should. I don't. Some of these I made up as I was going along. Some of these I definitely got. If I can find back where some of these came from, I will definitely let you know where to find them so that you can, you know, have fun making your Christmas ornaments. This I know for sure. These are so cute. Okay, these are not even Christmas ornaments. These are baby booties. They're purple because I wasn't intending them for me for Christmas, but what the heck. They are the Fair Isle with the snowflake and the white. Now the reason we're not using them for baby booties is because I did the Fair Isle. And what do you know? If you pull, I didn't want loose floats because these are supposed to be baby booties. And I was like, if my yarn in the back, if my floats are too loose, little baby toes are gonna get snagged up in those, right? So I pulled my floats, my yarn really tight. Well, what happened then is that there's no stretch in these, right? Like I don't think that it's so tight because I pulled that second strand so tight so there wouldn't be loose floats. And there's not loose floats. Look at that. There's not loose floats for little baby toes. Well, there's one right there. But there's a couple of loose floats, but for the most part, they're not loose. They're nice and tight, so little baby toes won't snag. But guess what else? There's no stretch in it. So I don't actually think that you're gonna be able to get a little baby foot in there. I just don't. So I think I don't really know that I would do Fair Isle actual Christmas booties for a baby again, because I think you're either gonna have loose floats that the little toes can snag on, or you're gonna have my little problem where it's too tight to get around their little feet. I'm not saying I wouldn't make these again in red and white. I'm just saying they'd be Christmas ornaments and not baby booties. Let me hear from you. I did not design these. I want to say these came out of one of the Cascade yarns, 60 quick knits. I think it came out of one of the 60 quick knits for babies, right? Probably the 221, but I don't remember which one for sure as a baby booty project. So let me know if you've ever had success doing Fair Isle baby booties or not, or if you have the same concerns that I do, that they're either, the floats are too loose. See, those are going to be pretty heavy to hang up, so that might pull the tape down a lot. If you have loose floats, or if yours are too tight. So I have yet to be successful at finding the balance, y'all, in what's, how to do that. So if I make them again, they might be red and white, and they might still be for Christmas. I think this is Krista's star from the Secret Yarnery. Could be wrong. She does have a YouTube tutorial on how to do that. We are gonna hang those up because they're so stinking cute. Oopsie. Blind Lady missed. Is anybody surprised that the lady who's mostly blind completely missed the tinsel there and dropped her star? Nobody should be surprised by that. Just saying. Nobody should be surprised. Oh, okay. These are really fun. So these are the bells. Hang on. Let's see. These, let me find and see if I can find one of those little lights. So I might have them, I might not. We might have to do a little hunting and searching and looking around. So anyways, okay. These are bells from Claire, okay? Claire, have I lost my little hanging strap? Okay, Claire from Australia. I don't remember what she goes by. Crochet with Claire, I think. Crochet with Claire is what she is. She's from Australia. She's got a lovely Australian accent. So she designed these adorable little bells, crochet bells, right? And I, of course, had to do them in a sparkly green. I mean, come on, right? And then I was like, they're lacy, so you can't see through them. And I'm like, the only thing better than a green sparkly Christmas bell is if it lights up, baby. Light me up, right? Light it up. So these are the same LED lights that I showed you in my pumpkins, right? I put the lights, I lit up my pumpkins. That's my thing. So I did this little pouch. It's like, it's like a magic circle with, like 4 stitches in it or something. And like 4 stitches, made a little pouch, a little pocket. Don't even know if I can get it to work again. Because it was something I, really just kind of did on the fly, added it on to Claire's beautiful bell. Yeah, it's just like a little circle. It's your typical Amy, right? Like little circle, little pouch with the green. And then I put it in there to light up my bells, and I love it. I don't know that you're going to see it really well in the daylight. They show up pretty good at night when this place is dark, which often is, because I live out in the country. It gets pretty dark, and then I just leave those lights on, and you can like see them. That is, I love that. I just put those little lights on there. I think that is super fun, super, super, super fun. So yes, I do put little lights in my Christmas bells. And what else should I put up here? This year I had lots of stars. I think we're gonna have to make more ornaments. This is an angel from, I want to say this is from Sarasatch Crochet. I think this is her angel, I'm pretty sure. It's very pretty. So I think I'll make some more angels. Now I had another angel. I've told you before, my mom really isn't that into, the crochet and the knit stuff. Like I made her socks and she's like, doesn't like them and all that. So I'm not really making her gifts. But when she came for Thanksgiving last year, I had a beautiful crochet angel. Oopsie, somebody got that crocheted, you guys. OMG, that's awkward. Better check all of these, right? A beautiful crochet angel. And that was I told my mom she could pick out Christmas ornaments because she loves Christmas too. My mom loves Christmas, and so I was like, and she loves to decorate like me. So I was like, pick out some ornaments, and she did. And she did take this beautiful angel, which was fine because I knew I could make another one. But of course, I got so busy that I did not make myself. And I can't even remember who did that tutorial, you guys. I don't know who did that tutorial. So I'm either gonna have to find that one back or find another one, and just make another one. So we got a few more stars. Don't remember. This looks like it's kind of a fine yarn, huh? This does not look like a worsted weight. I might have done this with a fingering weight yarn, y'all, or a sport weight, maybe a sport weight. I'm impressed. This is definitely a finer yarn for sure. So I'm gonna go ahead. I think I'm gonna hang up this little one, and then well, maybe I'll put up another different star. I'm trying to find. I got lots of stars in here. I know that. What is that? I think that's another star from Krista at the Secret Yarnery. So I'm gonna go ahead and hang that one. I'm trying to be mindful of what colors I put. I got lots of like red stars and stuff, so I don't want to put all my red stars next to each other. Trying to stagger my colors a little bit. I'm not very good at this, but anyways, let's see, what is that? That's another red star. I might have to pause the camera anyways and find some more hooks because there seems to be like a shortage of hooks around here or something. Well, this is like a knit tree. That's kind of fun. That's different, right? See, I love crochet. I love knitting too, but I'll be the first to tell you can do a lot more fun and interesting stuff with your shaping with crochet than with knitting, right? So that's a knit tree though. Don't remember where that came from at all. That is, what is that? Another star. That's kind of a big star. Looking for some hooks. Well, here's one of these little stars. What do you think? Do you guys think this is a fingering weight? Do you think this is like a sport weight? Look at that. That's pretty fun. I'm impressed. Y'all, I'm impressed that I was able to crochet with something that fine last year. I am. That's got to be like a fingering weight or a sport weight yarn. So like that. Don't know if I can even repeat that or not. Where should we put that? Maybe just over here somewhere? I don't know. We gotta balance this thing out. I was gonna try to go in order, but what the heck, right? We'll just toss that over there while we're over there. So maybe what I will do is, look at that. We got our other, see, I made a set of booties. I made 2 of these for little human feeties, right? Little baby feeties, before I realized just how tight they were. So I'm gonna pause, I think, because you don't want to watch me do this entire thing, I don't think. But we will talk more about crochet Christmas ornaments for Start Something Saturday. And we'll talk about more ideas. I'm gonna pause, I'm gonna continue to decorate. We'll check back in a little bit. Okay, my friends, well, I think we're gonna call that good. Maybe we'll do this for Tackle It Tuesday. What do you say? I'm gonna call it good. I'm gonna take a break, and these are my favorite Christmas. These are like Christmas candy to me, but I can't lie because of the magic of Amazon and Jeff Bezos. I could buy them all year long. But these are the Ghirardelli peppermint bark. favorite thing to eat at Christmas. So good. So I'm gonna eat my candy, drink my coffee, call this video good for Tackle It Tuesday. And we will see what we're up to for Whip Wednesday. Okay, my friends, let me pause the camera, take you off the tripod, give you a close look all the way around. I'm gonna eat my candy too on the break, so I'm not talking to you with a mouthful of chocolate. How about that? Okay, pause one more time. Okay, here we go, my friends. This is our little Christmas crochet and knit. Hope I'm getting this at the right angle. I hope. This is our little garland that we hung up together. I think this will be our Tackle It Tuesday video. In case anybody is scrolling the internet looking for some company, looking for some holiday ideas and inspo. That's what we're doing today. So, Tackle It Tuesday, my friends. Say hello in the comments. Let me know where you're watching from. Let me know if you enjoyed this. Let me know if you love to make crochet Christmas ornaments as much as I do. And, you know, let me know if this was fun, something different, yet still knitting and crochet related, getting us all excited for the holidays. Let me see if I can find the bells back. What do you guys think? You like these little bells all lit up with the little lights in there? I think that is super fun, super fun. Alrighty, my friends. Well, thank you so much for listening. And until next time, happy stitching. Bye-bye for now.